good? Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Rich checking in, man. I here today, going back and touching up on some small stuff. When I say small stuff, I mean my front two seats inside the car. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna adjust those front two seats in the car because I want them to come down just to, you know what I'm saying, at least a ½ inch more and sit just, flush, kind of flush. So I'm gonna come down at least a ½ inch more on that, and that way I guess I can get a little bit more clearance. I'm just not, it feels good, but I'm not sitting like comfortable with the height of it. And with my controls, after powering up my seats, I see where my seats are actually already bottomed out. So I want to be able to have the seats to where I can actually, incline and also raise up if I want to. What's the use on having power seats if you can't do that? So, yeah, when I fabricated the first time, I fabricated them in there, had them nice, sturdy, sitting in there right on the tracks and everything. But now all I'm gonna do is just cut the tracks, not all the way back out. I'm just gonna cut my bars back out. And then once I cut my bars back out, I'll take them, I'll measure and see exactly where I wanna cut. And then whatever I cut off, I'm gonna bolt them back up to the seat, sit the seats back inside the car, on my braces that'll still be in there, and then I'm gonna tack weld them in place. Once I tack weld them in place, I'll be able to pull the seats out and then go back and, weld them exactly where I want to. But let me show it to you. So this is what I got going on right here with my metal braces coming out of the floor. These are my tracks. If you can see, this is where my track sits with the door. Usually you look inside of a car, your track's gonna sit even with about this right here. So that's what I'm saying. I want to bring these down some and just have them to sit a little further down. So like I say about 1.5 inches, but I'm gonna see exactly what I can get out of it. See if I can get me a nice clean cut on both of them, and then go from there. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut right along here. I'm gonna cut right along there, and I'm gonna leave my flat bar right here because that's already nice and sturdy, and I have something to actually sit down on in that spot. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do with that. So let me get the cut. All right, slam these safety glasses on, and we're gonna get to work. Let's go. So this is what y'all saw me just do right here. Chop my tracks off. I got a little jagged edge on that, but we ain't worrying about it. Chop my tracks off, clean up the top. Get me some metal. So when I get ready to start tacking them back in there, I'll show you my tracks right here. Got me some grip pliers on them thing on both ends. I got both tracks lined up, pretty much hole for hole almost. If I gotta widen the holes out, then that's fine. But we had some bolts. I don't know what I did with them, but anyway, we got some bolts that we're gonna put in here. And once we put the bolts in there, we'll mount them back to the seats, and then we'll sit the seat back in there. So that way, once we sit the seat back in there, the seat will hold the brackets, and we'll know that our holes line up. good with our seats, and we'll actually get to see how far the seats will actually come down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cutting wheel and I'm gonna start cutting on this thing, man. I got a lot of slag and everything else right here. I'm gonna try to come up in this area right here, and hopefully, you know, I got 2 pieces of metal now, so I'm gonna have to go slower, but I'm gonna try to come up to about here, up in here, you know what I'm saying, so I could at least just have a lip on it, and that means that I would have gotten rid of so much of this right here, and then we can possibly sit it back down on the tracks in the car and go from there. So I'm gonna see. Let's go ahead and get to it right quick. All right, got my cut made on my seat brackets now. See how slim I went down, but I left that lip on there. So let them cool down for a second. I'm gonna bolt them up to these seats right here. Let me find my bolts that I got, because I'm gonna need to put all 4 bolts in there to make sure that this seat align right. That way when I tack it in there, it'll be dead in place. So see where I put my bolts to right quick. Bolts I'm gonna be using. Got 4 of those, so I can go ahead and insert them into my holes and make sure my brackets sit good. We also go put the nuts on the back of them. If I can sit that in place, what I might end up doing is I might end up just welding these in place on the bottom of my brackets, so that way I could just bolt them up like that. Or if I don't, well, yeah, I could do it either way. I could mount them up on the bottom of the bracket, so I could just put my bolts coming up out the floor. I'd much rather mount these on the bottom of the brackets. That way you ain't got to worry about too much of crawling in there if you got to take the seats out and hitting your knee or something on the bolt. So I'll probably tack these right there in place, and see these bolts right here work to put these brackets on there. So my brackets, the way my brackets set up, you gotta remember to keep your left from your right. Take them loose right quick. Still a little warm. So I remember to separate my left from my right, so I know which side goes with which side. So that side over there, and side over here sit with this. So what we gonna do, and I'll show y'all this up close after I get done. See these bolts right here slide through here from the bottom up, and try to bolt those on in there. See what we got here. Hopefully I got enough cut off, cause can't go down too much more lower than that. So them bolts still work perfect. Get that on now. Get that on now. Try to run my bolts down pretty good, snug them with my finger, so that way I know exactly where I'm sitting on my seats or whatnot. I can tell you one thing already that I'm looking at right here is where these bolts right here, I'm gonna have to actually cut down just a little bit so they can mesh up with the top of my actual cut here. Other than that, I'm gonna be running into a little slight problem, but that's no thing. I can do that right now while I got the grinder wheel out. Go ahead and knock them bolts down, so that's all. Later on, if you wanna go with a shorter bolt, get your shorter bolt, same threads and all. You gotta lean into your work sometimes. I think these were the original bolts that I plan to use anyway. I can kind of tell that a little bit because they go straight into the hole. So it was more like I measured for these bolts instead of the bolts that actually go in there, because the bolts that actually go in there are like some special, like, ain't really an Allen head bolt, but it's different. So you go looking like an Audi A4 or a Mercedes or something, they got a different type of screw head on the top. It looks like a star head or something like that, but it's different, man. I had to actually find the tool in order to get it out of there. So we got that done. Got the brackets back on the seat. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my grinding wheel and I'm gonna just grind these bolts off the top of this right here so that it can sit flush down in there, and we should be straight from now. So y'all stay tuned. All right, got my bolts cut down right there. So this right here, the same little hump as that right there on the back. Everything pretty much sit the same way on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tack these in place. That way, once I tack these right here in place, I never have to take these bolts right here off again. I could just take my screws, you know what I'm saying, put them down in my tracks, and I could just go ahead and bolt the seats up from there. All right, so let's get to it then. All right, well, huge change of plans, man. I just went ahead and cut my bars all the way down on the sides, and I'm gonna just place the seat on there to see where it sit, and then I'm gonna cut my edges off that you see right there and clean everything up. After I cut my edges off and see where it sit, I can just kind of take my grinding wheel and go back in there and do what I need to do. But I could also tack weld it while I got the seat sitting down in there, and then take the grinding wheel and go back under the bottom of it once I take the bolts back out. So let me put this thing down on here, man, because y'all know it get dark. So we got the back welded in there. I threw some power to the seat so I could back it up and get me a weld on the front. Put me a little bit more weight on the front. As a matter of fact, I could just put my body weight on it. I want to be able to get to them welds pretty good. So we take the power back off the seats, and then I'm gonna go ahead and weld these front brackets. Once I weld these front brackets, I can't lie, I like the way it sits, because it sits real flush to the doors now instead of sitting so high. It looked like it's supposed to be factory, or it's sitting in their factory. So let me go ahead and get these welds in here, and that way we can go ahead and get the business. Grab a welder. Plug our weld up someplace up in there. So we ain't got it in the way. And then we gonna get the welder, man. I ain't wanna hurt y'all eyes, so I'm gonna cut y'all off. Show y'all what we got. I done made a mess down here on the floor, but we got them things welded in there. Yeah. Nice and sturdy too. Real sturdy. My bolt's a little loose. Tighten my bolts up, and I'm gonna let y'all see the fitment on this thing. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, we on?
Yeah.
So, cut this little noisy welder off right quick. We're gonna see what we can do for y'all. I'm just gonna sit down in here. I ain't wanna bump my hot wires that I got sitting there. Oh yeah, this right here sit perfect. We got a lot of headroom now. Power seats go back. Get us a little tilt on that thing. And the best thing about why I wanted to get that headroom, as you can see, I got dreads, man. So sometimes I might have my hair up, but you know what I'm saying? My little lady, I think hers might be on the other end, so. But, yeah, it's just an inside joke. But you can see it, man. I'm happy with the headroom that I got. So now I can also raise the seat up, and I can use my controls, you know what I'm saying, to where I want. So I'm super happy with I'm super happy with what I got going on right now with where the seat sits. So now I know how to go over there, test the driver's side seat, and get that customized. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done tomorrow, man. When you building these cars, it's a lot of work that actually come with it, because you might think you got something right the first time around, but and it might feel good to you. But the main thing is actually, you know, when you building custom work, especially if you're building it for a customer, is to be comfortable. So I had to go back and I had to find that comfort zone with the seat. So therefore, that's why you see, and I got the bolts, I still got to tighten the bolts down at the bottom of the floors or whatever, to get this thing right here nice and tight. But so far so good. I mean, I got them snug in there, the brackets down there. So now I'm debating whether I want to keep the headrests or take the headrests off. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think about that, man. Whether I should cut the headrests or keep the headrests on. I actually got rid of the headrests in the back. I'll show y'all that in just a second, but I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna show y'all this clearance one more time. Show y'all them power seats do work, so you could drop low. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan to have a whole car load of people anyway, so you can actually get you some rest inside the box Chevy. You can look up. You can look up and see the stars in the sky. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I'm gonna show y'all the clearance that I got on the seat now, man. Show y'all my bolt process right quick, and that's gonna be that. So y'all stay tuned for a second though.
Can you raise it back up? In the back.
Wow, what that?
I didn't get that part.
So y'all see it, all power. All power on my seats. You know what I'm saying? I can actually go down, come up. As you can see, if I don't feel like I'm high enough, or you might have a short person sitting on that side over there, you know. Full control over everything on the seats now. Tilt, it all works. Got to wire that in, put that on a relay, fuse, all that other good stuff. But that's that, man. Show y'all this clearance on this thing, so stay tuned for a minute. So I had to get somebody else to check the clearance for me to see how it actually feel. The seats in there. What you think about them? How they sit? Comfortable leg room. Y'all see it? So we get that driver's side done, and we be straight, man. Show y'all what I was talking about when I say clearance. Now y'all can see right here where I actually got it sitting like it came from the factory like that. Everything nice and level. My bolting process right there. Got to go back and clean that up once again on the floor. Take them edges out. Get me some kind of rust prevention on that right there. But I like that right there, man. I like that right there sit real nice. So there y'all have it right there, man.
Good job.
You know, work hard, eat good. Y'all know it. Your boy Rich Everything, man. Let y'all see it. There y'all go right there. Headroom. And these headrests actually come down. So, you know, I don't actually have to take the headrests out because they actually come down. They go down, so you still be pretty straight with that right there. But that one in there, man, I'm gonna go ahead and torque this one right here down. Yeah, and once I torque this one right here down, that one over there, I'm gonna leave for tomorrow if the Lord's will. I already know where I want to cut it. Know how I gotta cut the bottom brackets. I might go ahead and cut my little slabs that I did use to make the brackets on the very bottom, and that should be it, man. Other than that, man, she's sitting right. Get that back seat back in that thing, man, and I'll let y'all take a peek from front to back to see how them seats look together. You know what I'm saying? One behind the other. All right, so focus. Y'all can see back seats in there. Crazy part about it is my back seats sits just about level with my front seats now. So we got plenty of leg room in the front. I could pull that front seat up some instead of being so far back, but it look way more it's got its own unique look now that I actually changed the front seats up, the height on the front seats up. They look like they're supposed to be sitting exactly where it should be if you bought it like that. You can see it, I took the headrest off of the back seats. So that's why I was asking y'all about the fronts. You know what I'm saying? Should I let them go or not? Although the backs, I ain't gonna lie, they still comfortable without the headrest. I think the front seats, I should leave the headrest in there just because, you know what I'm saying, I might want to stick Relentless or something in there. We're gonna show y'all what I did, man. Make sure I ain't got no wires touching. I got my good car battery over here. I'm gonna have to charge that up. I keep on using it like that so we can let our seat up some now. Kill that. Take the power off of that for right now. Go ahead and pull these jumpers out of here. We won't need them until we jump over there to the other side. So toss them to the side for a second. So you see it. Good clearance on the front seat. Sitting that thing down in there. Love the way it sit. And great clearance on the back seat. Right here. Plenty leg room. Leg room looks just about the same on the front as it is the back, as you can see. Yeah, so there you have it right there, man. There you have it right there. Work that driver's side, we'll be good. I know I still gotta do the door panels. Like I told y'all, man, I be jumping all over the place. I'm only one man trying to get it done by myself. Man, I'm ready for this time to change. So, man, if I could stay out here at about 8 o'clock at night, or if I was in the shop, man, believe me, the process on Relentless will be so much faster, man. But I can see the progress in it, you know what I'm saying? Just from the height on where it sits over the rims in the front right now. Stock rear end, and you can see where it's sitting right there. I probably wouldn't drop it any lower. I'd probably keep it tucked just like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, even if I came down, or I'm still straight riding on them rims, but Loving that whole look right there, man. So once I get that front seat right there done, if the Lord's will tomorrow, that's gonna be a wrap on that right there. Got that thing in there. You see it, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Rich Everything, man. Rich_everything with an A, man. Get on Instagram, man. Follow me at Rich_everything with an A. Again, man, push that like button down there, man. Push that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Let's do something, man. I ain't even gonna lie, like all year long. We just a couple of days before we slide into 2022 if the Lord's will, man. And I mean, I ain't gonna say this is my worst year ever, but last year, man, I watched myself jump 7,000 subscribers, man. I was hoping the same thing this year right here, man. I took a whole lot of losses in life. You know what I'm saying? Long live my daddy, man. Between him, my son, or family, period, and you guys, man, I got to keep this thing right here going on the bill, man. So y'all see it, man. Still got to make them brackets for the back right there. That ain't going to be no problem. That's just a matter of me getting in there, and I got my bolt right there in the floor. So, you know, we'll get that done. Once we get that done, man, I believe we going to be straight. So, y'all see it, man. Your boy Rich_everything with an A, man. Relentless. Got that passenger side seat in there the way I like it, the way I want it. So, you know what I'm saying? We done drop a couple of inches from the ceiling. It feel good now. I can use my buttons on the side right there. We good to go, man. Put these door panels and all back on, man. Clean up, man, and I'm gonna go enjoy some family time, man. So, like I say, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications, man. Hey, man, I love y'all guys, man. Let's work, man.